Hey everybody, in this video, we are going to be learning about chromatic mediants. This is a term that can be used to apply to two chords and the relationship they have to one another, or to two key areas and the relationship they have to one another. I've prepared some slides and some examples to facilitate your learning of this concept, which I'd like to share with you now. Okay, so what are chromatic mediants? Here's the definition. They are chords whose roots are related by third, meaning either a major third or minor third to tonic, and they have to be chromatic, meaning they have notes outside of the key, not diatonic. Okay, how do you find them? Here's what I like to do. I find all 6 major and minor triads built on some form of scale degree 3, either mi or me, thinking in solfege, and 6, la or lay, thinking in solfege. And they must not be diatonic to the key. So like in a major key, it's not going to be a little 3 chord or a little 6 chord, because those are already the diatonic mediant chords in the key. The steps to do this: first, figure out what mi, me, la, and lay are in the key. Then build a major and minor triad off of each note that you just figured out. And then eliminate the 2 chords that do not have any chromatic notes in them. That's the process. Now, I want to walk you through this process in the key of C major. So pause the video and see if you can figure out what mi, me, la, and lay are, the note names in the key of C. Go. Mi is E natural, me is E flat, la is A natural, and lay is A flat. Did you get that right? I sure hope so. Okay, now that we've got that, get a piece of staff paper. And I want you to copy down the chord roots that you just figured out. And what you're going to do is spell a major and minor triad off of each of these notes. So pause the video, do it, and then you can check your answers when you resume playing the video. Here's what you should have gotten. These are what the chords would be spelled like. Notice many of them have chromatic notes in them, and the chords that have the chromatic notes in them are going to be the chromatic mediants. Let's take a moment, though, before we do that, to think about what the Roman numerals would look like in the key of C major. Here's what the symbols would look like. Notice whenever you are not modifying the root in the key, you don't need any accidental place before the Roman numeral. But for some of these chords, like the chords built on E flat and the chords built on A flat, notice the Roman numerals have a symbol to show that the root is lowered. You will also notice we are being very careful with our Roman numeral qualities. The major chords all use the uppercase Roman numerals, and the minor chords use lowercase. We need to be very careful with those chord qualities. So once you've done step 2, step 3 is to identify the 2 chords that are diatonic and eliminate them. In a major key, it's going to be the 3 and the 6 that are minor, built on the diatonic scale degree 3 and 6 respectively. What you are left with are 6 chords that are chromatic in whatever key you're thinking in. In this case, it's C major, and our answers are the E major chord, the E flat major chord, E flat minor, A major, A flat major, and A flat minor. We can have chromatic mediants in major keys, but we can also have them in minor keys. So I want to go through this same process And this time, identify the chromatic mediant chords in the parallel key of C minor. So you know the drill. Pause the video. Determine step 1, mi, me, la, and lay in the key of C minor. Mi is E natural, me is E flat, la is A natural, lay is A flat. Okay. Step 2 is building a major and minor triad off of each note in step 1. Your chords will actually be identical to those in the last process we just went through, looking like this. But notice, since the key signature has 3 flats, I now have to write in all these natural signs, and notice how the Roman numerals look. Instead of using a flat sign to show a lowered root, I'm now using a natural sign to show a raised root. Since the diatonic scale degree 3 in C minor is E flat and not E natural, these have no modifier because they're built on E flat. But these two have to have a modifier because they're built on mi, or the raised form of scale degree 3. And the same thing happens here with the 6 chords. And the 2 chords that you will eliminate are going to be different because we're in the minor key. And those 2 chords are the big 3 and the big 6, built on the diatonic scale degree 3 and scale degree 6, respectively. That will leave us with 6 chromatic mediants. And these include E major and E minor, both built on mi, or scale degree raised 3, E flat minor, and then we've got A major and A minor, built on the raised form of scale degree 6, la, and then A flat minor. Okay, so that was a lot of theory I just threw at you. Thank you for your attention watching this video. Now, I invite you to go to the next video, which gives you the payoff of learning these concepts, where we'll get to hear 6 examples of chromatic mediants used in musical contexts.